Hello everyone and welcome to the 2026 Genesis G90 Prestige Black. We've been driving this Genesis for the past week and it is awesome. It's comfortable, it's awesome looking, it's incredibly well tailored in here. This is a really special vehicle and it has a lot of unique powertrain components. Of course, check out our full tour and review for all of that great stuff. Under the hood here, twin turbo and e-supercharged 48 volt mild hybrid V6. We have an 8-speed automatic gearbox, adaptive dampers, adaptive air suspension. This thing has it all. We'll get into all of that as we start driving off. And speaking of driving off, we do have auto park assist, a great 360 camera as well that gives you a nice view of around the vehicle as well, which I quite like. And we have the remote park from the key fob, which is pretty cool as well. It works okay. We also have these really crazy powered doors. They only power close and they have soft close, but all 4 doors power close, which is pretty cool as well. And we have 5 different drive modes, from smart to chauffeur to sport, eco, and comfort. All of them give us a different kind of gauge cluster animation there, which is pretty cool. We'll kind of play around with those as we're driving along. You can adjust the brake pedal feel as well. And you know, this is a rear driven vehicle at the end of the day. You want to be a passenger in this thing, and just check out this gear selector here. Drive, neutral, and you get a vibration in reverse. The whole thing vibrates, which is pretty cool, and turns red in the center of it to let you know you're in reverse. Of course, we have 360 cameras and parking sensors. Let's pop it into drive. We'll start off in comfort mode and let's head off. Now, this Genesis in G90 format, I have been waiting to drive this super uber duper luxury sedan for quite some time. It's really one of the last luxury sedans in this segment in the United States market right now, as all we have left is the 7 Series, S-Class, this, and the Audi A8 is still kicking along here in 2026. The Lexus LS is gone, as are quite a few others. So I'm happy that we still have this. And it looks like Genesis is about to update it heavily rather soon. Coming to a stop, we have 48 volt mild hybrid system. Instant, you don't even feel it turning on or off, and in fact it actually comes to a stop with the engine regard before you even come to a stop. It actually shuts off, so it does very similar to things that Mercedes and BMW 48 volt mild hybrid systems do. And around town, it's a pleasure to drive. It's incredibly quiet in here. We have acoustic glass all around you, which of course is fantastic. And in tighter spaces, you have that rear wheel steering, though I will say this is a rather sensitive rear wheel steering. You can see, I guess you maybe not be able to see, but if you are sitting in one of these vehicles, you really feel that pivoting action of the rear wheel steering. It isn't the most aggressive degrees of this turning of the rear wheel steering, but you do feel it with very minimal inputs, so that may be something to get used to in the G90. Other vehicles with rear wheel steering, you gotta have to put a little bit more steering effort in, or it's a little bit more of a variable ratio. The ride in this is fantastic. We are on pretty large 21-inch wheels in this G90, and you know, you would think that would hamper the ride experience, but from the multi-chamber air suspension along with this adaptive damping system on this vehicle, it does a great job at soaking up bumps. It has this very, you know, old school floaty feel to it. It isn't as sharp or dynamic as maybe a 7 Series could be in these regards, but this feels really nice. And if you put it into smart mode, it actually will do a road scanning system. So it actually will scan the road in front of you, and it'll coordinate that with the gearbox as well, and actually predict shifts. So it has predictive shifting, which is pretty crazy, along with an adaptive scanning suspension system to give you the utmost comfort. We also have those iconic turn signal cameras here of the Hyundai Motor Group. Love that feature. Brake pedal feel, like I mentioned, you can also adjust from sport, and I believe there's like a normal comfort style mode as well. I've had it in sport the whole week, and in the other mode there isn't that big of a difference, but if you are, you know, driving somewhere around as a chauffeur and you want that extra smooth stop, you could put it into that comfort setting as well. And power delivery from this twin turbo e-supercharged V6 is fantastic. We'll pop it into sport mode here. Just get a little idea of this gauge cluster system, but we'll really get to experience that when we pop out into the highway. I love these little like kind of laser beam style, almost lightsaber-esque designs here for our gauges in the sport mode. I think it's a really cool touch. It has a lot of low-end torque. Yeah, this thing is quick. It means business. It isn't the most powerful in class whatsoever. We'll pop it back into eco mode now as we're still cruising around town. Definitely not the most powerful in its class, but 409 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. You're not in a slow space here. Now, what's also pretty nice about the sport mode is it does tighten the bolsters around you as well. And have a look at this rear wheel steering wheel. Maybe you can kind of see it on camera going around this corner. Oh, it really likes a light throttle on this G90, and that's where you really feel that low-end grunt and torque. And the cool thing is this e-supercharger really kicks in below 2,000 RPM, and that's almost as like a torque fill to prevent any sort of turbo lag from the twin turbos on this engine. So it's an interesting system, a little bit complicated, and overall I think it provides a rather smooth overall driving experience. But it isn't the most refined engine in that regard. I wish it could have a little bit more of a more refined sound, but I may just be so obsessed with inline sixes that I may have forgotten what an V6 sounds like. But in daily driving, it really almost feels like an EV in sometimes, because just light throttle applications, you don't really hear the engine that much whatsoever, and it's just this nice little gentle push back in the seat, and you just go. I like that quite a lot of this G90's powertrain. And we've had this powertrain before on the channel in the GV80 Coupe Sport Prestige, I believe the full name was. Pretty much the exact same powertrain there. And in that aspect, they tried to make it sporty, where I don't think this powertrain is a very sporty powertrain inherently. I think this is a much better application for it, though I would love to see a more sporty powertrain from Genesis, which I think we're going to be getting quite soon. And as I'm sitting here, I can turn on my massage and set my program up to 20-minute long programs. And this is a proper massage system out of this Genesis G90. Let me tell you that. And not only do we have massage, we also have heated and ventilated seats up front. And I have my perfume on in this Genesis G90. We'll pop it into sport. Oh, we actually are in sport mode already, going back onto the highway. I'll change my gauge cluster here for you guys to this other cool 0-layer style view. Head out onto the highway. But actually, you know what? I want to see these. Nice gentle acceleration. We also have manual gear shifting via these gloss black paddles. Drop it down. Pretty quick downshifts. Oh, it auto upshifted for me there. So auto upshifts, but it still leaves it in the manual style mode. Interesting. Again, not a performance vehicle, so I'm not really expecting it to hold gears, but that is interesting to find out there. But the power is, it is strong. It is very strong. But I'm gonna pop this thing back and drive. Just hold down one of the paddle shifters for that, or you can twist this back into drive as well. Because at the end of the day, this G90 is really meant to be either sat in and enjoyed or driven and enjoyed, because honestly, it's not a bad vehicle to drive. We'll pop it into comfort on the highway here for a second. And one thing I like to note about this car is that you have great amounts of visibility in here, largely due because the front hood is not massively long. It is long, don't get me wrong, but it has more of a tilted down aspect to it. It has a much more shorter, more aerodynamic front end than, let's say, the new 7 Series, for example, which has a much longer, more imposing hood, and the visibility out of it's great. You can see a little bit of a tip of the fender over there, which is quite nice, but I feel pretty confident in this vehicle. It doesn't feel incredibly huge and massive to drive, even though it is, I think, longer than a Range Rover, I believe. So in that regard, I think that's a great thing. And the driving position's fantastic in this vehicle. You can get nice and low, actually, though depending how you have your seat, you can actually have some built-in like seat bolstering in the lower lumbar section and the back lumbar. So it almost acts like if you throw a cushion in there, it will lift you up a little bit without actually moving the seat up. Pretty cool stuff that Genesis is doing with the seat technology here. Now on the highway, we have the pretty great Highway Driving Assistant Level 2 system they offer here. So on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, I'll actually throw over our assisted driving display right here so we can get a better look at this. We'll put it into our 0-layer view as well. And you literally just press the button and it's on. That's about it. I love how easy they make this system to use, and it is one of the best hands-off systems. So it's not a hands-off system. There's no cameras watching my face here, at least that I can't see. And it is a fully hands-on style system, which I think is totally fine, because it works so incredibly well. You can set your speed really easily. It sees all of the cars all around us, as you can kind of see right there, which is really nice. And it has lane change assist still, so I can, as long as I have my hand somewhat on the steering wheel, I can tap the indicator there, and it will do a lane change assist with a really cool graphic in the heads-up display and in my actual display right there, which I really like. It's very confident in those lane changes. Obviously, it's checking by a blind spot. You have your camera there that you can look, and you do have to, I would confirm it as a driver as well on top of that. But yeah, this is a luxurious driving experience for sure. And on the highway, it just has this wonderful magic carpet light ride that you expect out of this vehicle, and it delivers for sure. Though as we are out on the highway here, I do have to talk about some things that I almost want to see improved, and I have a feeling Genesis is working on. So the technology in here is fine. It's simple. There's a very, very fantastic use of great physical buttons that are all well designed, fitting to this black theme, but it isn't the most advanced. If you're going into a vehicle at this price point and you're expecting that cutting edge, innovative technology, I wouldn't say that's this car. And a lot of people like that. They want a more traditional experience like this G90 offers. But you're not going to get, the best voice assistant system, for example. I can't change my ambient lighting via the voice. It's not going to give me, crazy amounts of details. I'd like to see that improved. Same thing with the parking assistance. Yes, it's cool. You can use the key fob and the app to park it, but it's a little bit slow and takes some time compared to some of the German vehicles I've tested, for example. And yeah, it has all of these features. Are you going to use them all the time? No. The massage is fantastic. The perfume's fantastic. The materials in here are really super nice. So there's a lot about this vehicle you cannot complain about. But there's just those little nitpicking things that after you get over $100,000, you may expect. But you also have to remember that this vehicle is tens of thousands of dollars cheaper than a comparably spec'd version of a competitor. Like tens of thousands of dollars cheaper. You're getting so much stuff. The soft closed doors standard. You're getting the power doors standard. The full reclining massage first class level seats standard in this G90 Prestige Black. So in that regard, I kind of have to drop a lot of my complaints, because there's really nothing at the price point offering these amount of features with this amount of luxury and refinement as this Genesis G90 is offering. Oh, that's a big pothole. Gotta watch out for that one. Pretty agile steering there in that regard. And also, if we're going to nitpick something a little bit more, I would love to see it improved, and I know they can do it. If I'm going to nitpick a little bit more, this car is super, super duper quiet in this regard. It glides on the road, but it could be maybe 5, maybe 10% a little bit quieter, specifically from the side glass. I think everything else, the floor sound deadening, all the other sound deadening within the doors is top notch, but from the side glass, I can hear just a little tiny bit of some traffic. And as someone who's purchasing a vehicle over 100 grand, I don't want to hear any traffic. I know it's almost impossible to eliminate everything. We have active noise canceling in here to kind of cancel out these sounds, but that would just be a little extra thing I would love to see. As we are in traffic, I'll turn on my highway driving assist. And one other feature I'll show before we end this video here is the also equally as cool mood curator. This is a fantastic, fantastic system that uses the full breadth of this Bang & Olufsen audio system within this vehicle. And let me tell you something, it is amazing. We're gonna pop open the mood curator here, and we have 4 different programs to choose for. And what it basically does is it combines things such as your shades, combines your music, your lighting effects, the perfume, massage, to give you a little bit of a wake-up experience if you're going on a long road trip, for example. And I love how the speakers pop up. So we'll turn on the Vitality program for us for right now. I'll press start, I'll turn up the volume and have a listen to this awesome system. Lots of volume controls in here as well. this is a amazing audio system out of this Genesis. I have to say, it's really right up there with everything you're going to find out of all the German competition and any other competition that's going to come this thing's way. This is amazing, and what could you expect out of a Bang & Olufsen top tier audio system? I even have a speaker in my headrest that will tell me things like my navigation directions. Even my turn signal comes out of my headrest, nowhere else in the vehicle, so only I as a driver can hear it. It's all these little details that I really do appreciate in this G90. And wrapping up this video for this week, this is an awesome vehicle. I'm very excited for what Genesis has to come coming down the road with the Magma lineup, some updates to even this vehicle that I'm hoping are coming soon. It's just really exciting to see a great competitive space now, and I'm glad that we still get this vehicle here in the United States that isn't really accepting to a lot of sedans anymore. Thank you, Genesis. I hope you guys don't take it away, and thank you for letting us drive this G90 over the course of this week. As always, guys, thank you for joining us on yet another full tour review and drive. Stay tuned for more coming soon over at Allcarnews. Cheers.